Michael Raisin joins the Mafia. Once a boy called Tommy came to school and said, "If you'd make jokes about my mum, I could kill you in 5 seconds with me knife stuck down my sock." There was silence. Then George said, yeah, I bet you can't. So he said, "Your mother sucked my penis. It was lovely." Tommy said, "Actually, forget about it." I said, "If you two don't stop it, I'm going to put you out the class and leave you by the school prison." And there's prison. They said, "Okay, don't worry about it." And not long after, a few days later, George had gone. We never saw him again. Fridge. Once I went to the Thai cafe and I had loads to eat. I had cod and chips and hot fucking pizza. It was then I noticed the gang opposite. There was yelling and laughing. There was the noise of drinks rattling and someone shouting. Suddenly I noticed Tommy. He was talking with someone there. I was listening to Tommy going, "What's really funny was that fucking bank job in Hempstead. Blimey." They pulled me in and start asking questions. "What are you going to tell us?" Then I said, "My usual, nothing. Why tell you?" Look, he says, "Look, this isn't fair. You will tell us something today." Okay, I said, "Okay. Yeah, okay." Go fuck your mother. Everybody laughed and coughed orange juice all over the floor. Anyway, Tommy says, a few days later, "Who do you think was the person I happened to meet?" The same prick again. He says, "Like, what are you going to tell me now?" I said, "What are you doing here?" I thought, "I told you to go fuck your mother." So this boy, Richard, said, "You're really funny." Tommy said, "What do you mean? It's funny." You know, Richard said, "It's a good story. You're a funny guy." Tommy said, "You mean the way I talk?" What? It's just, you know, you're just funny. You know, the way you tell a story. Tommy said, "Funny? How? What's funny about it?" These other guy says, "Look, you got it all wrong." Tommy said, "Hey, Richard is a big boy. He knows what he said. Funny? How?" There was silence. It's just, you know, you're funny. Tommy said, "Let me understand. This is maybe I'm a bit fucked up, but I'm funny. How funny? Like a clown. I am used to you. I'm here to fucking amuse you." What do you mean funny? How am I funny? You know, how you tell a story. No, I don't know. You said it. You said I'm funny. How am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. "Get the fuck out of here," said Richard. "Ha! I almost had him," said Tommy. "Ha!" And everything was lovely once again. That was a bit mad, but okay. Not long after, I asked Tommy where George is. So he said, "Okay, look, forget about it." I said, "I know you did something to him. I'll tell the police. I'll tell him, I will." "I don't know what you think you can do. I told you, don't worry about it. Why not leave the cafe, you nut? And this is your final warning." Blimey. "No, I'll tell the police." Tommy said, "Okay, playtime, so playtime." Then suddenly the door got locked by the master. "Oh shit, I should have kept my mouth shut." "Now you can't leave," said Tommy. And he said, "Look, you can't talk about George to anyone, but I know you won't shut the fuck up. And so my gang will now have to decide if to kill you." So remember, you can get back or you can join in, aren't you? We are good fellas. And I'm standing there, "Oh no. Actually, I don't think I want to die. I have to join in." The master says, first of all, some rules. 1, you can't rat on us. you keep your fucking mouth shut. 2, you can't step out of line. You have to do everything we ask. Do you understand? Okay, I said, okay. Yeah, okay. Right, we have to ask the boss about what you can do for your first mission.